Okay, everyone, welcome to this video. I'm back here today to talk about the retirement of AJ Styles and what I thought about AJ Styles retiring from WWE and pro wrestling, and give my thoughts on the Phenomenal One's retirement. So I gotta be honest, this retirement has really it's been sad, like I can't believe AJ is retired because especially with knowing the fact that he was having so many great matches recently even like the match he had with Shinsuke Nakamura at Saturday Night's main event was it was great, and the match he had with Gunther, which was his retirement match at the Royal Rumble, um, that was another very great match. The match he had with John Cena at Crown Jewel was the best match of 2025. Like AJ Styles he can still go. That's the thing. Like it's not that he can't wrestle anymore. Like he could wrestle for like another year or two if he wanted to. But I get it. AJ is a family man and he has a family to take care of and stuff. So it makes sense why AJ Styles would want to retire because obviously he wants to spend more time with his family. Before he gets too old. And like he said on man, AJ's speech on Raw was it was really beautiful. He talked about how uh he basically conquered every single wrestling company that he wrestled in. Like he's not just somebody who was in WWE these past 10 years, but he was the face of TNA and he was a major star on the indies, and uh he also he wrestled in New Japan and was a big name over there. He formed the Bullet Club there and stuff, which was too sweet. And now he was in WWE for 10 years. And it's pretty cool how, it's a full circle moment. He made his WWE debut in the 2016 Royal Rumble match. And now 10 years later, he has his last WWE match at the Royal Rumble in 2026. So 10 years later, he basically ended where he started, and that's also another thing AJ said, that not many people can say that they ended where they started like he did. Uh, and it's really like I'm gonna be honest. It's a shame that AJ Styles retired before WrestleMania because I really wanted AJ to have that one last WrestleMania match, and it's really stupid that his last WrestleMania match ever was that horrible match with Logan Paul last year. Where so AJ's last WrestleMania ever is gonna be remembered as him being pinned by that idiot Logan Paul. And another thing that it's pretty sad to think is that AJ Styles I'm never ever gonna get to see him wrestle ever because and I mean not just on screen but also in real life because I have never seen AJ Styles in person. Like I'm saying this because as you guys know that I was at a WWE house show in Poland a month ago, and it was such an amazing night. I got to see Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. I got to see these big names, and I was like fully expecting AJ to be there because like it's AJ's last year, and I would like to think he was gonna be there in Poland, but he wasn't there unfortunately, and that sucks, man. I'm never gonna get to see AJ Styles wrestle in person. But it was still an amazing night. I actually got a selfie with Cody Rhodes after his match, and it was pretty cool. Maybe I'll show that selfie one day. But but I can say this: I went to my first WWE wrestling show back in 2019, and I remember on that night, when it was a break. Because there's like a break that happens at house shows where like you can go and buy merch and stuff. So I went to buy merch, and what I bought was light blue AJ Styles gloves. So I basically bought AJ Styles' merch at my first WWE show ever, and that was back in 2019 when AJ Styles was uh he was still kind of new in WWE. Like it was his third year there, and now it was his 10th, in 2026, which is crazy. um And it's unfortunate that we're never gonna see AJ Styles wrestle ever again. You know, he is officially retired. You know, he's not gonna go to AEW like a lot of people say he is. Uh, and AJ's line about his biggest flex is that he can say he has the best wife. You know, that was another very beautiful line said by AJ. AJ really means a lot to me as a professional wrestler. Like it's more than just the fact that he is arguably the best in-ring performer of all time. In my opinion, he is the probably the goat when it comes to in-ring performance. It's either him or Shawn Michaels. Like those two are like the top two in-ring performers of all time. And AJ Styles is also one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Like he's definitely in my top three or maybe even top two of all time because my favorite is obviously Cody Rhodes. But AJ Styles is definitely in my top three for sure. And if not that, then he's in my top two. And it's pretty cool to know that AJ Styles is gonna be a WWE Hall of Famer this year. Like the Undertaker came out and told AJ Styles that he is the next inductee into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame, which is that's pretty cool because AJ Styles he was in WWE for only 10 years and he's already a Hall of Famer, and I love that. Honestly, he absolutely deserves it. Uh, like people who say AJ doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, shut up. AJ definitely deserves it. He's like he had a very big influence and very big impact on WWE. And it only took him 10 years. And it shouldn't really matter for how long you're there. You know, it should just be how influential and how impactful you were. And AJ Styles was definitely very impactful and influential, and he had a great career. He is a Grand Slam champion. He was Undertaker's last WrestleMania opponent. Uh, he had some of the best matches ever in WWE. Like his matches with Cena, Cody, Roman. Like AJ had some fantastic matches. Maybe his WrestleMania matches were kind of disappointing. Like a lot of people say that AJ's best WrestleMania match ever was against Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33, which is honestly I might agree. Apart from the Boneyard match with the Undertaker, which is what I think was his best WrestleMania match ever. AJ's. And Yeah, AJ definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He had a phenomenal career, pun intended, and yeah, I'm just very happy for AJ. He means a lot to me as a pro wrestler. It didn't take me long to get invested into AJ Styles. Like with a lot of other wrestlers, it kind of takes a bit more time to you get to know them and like you gotta like see what they're all about before you like them. But dude, I swear the first time I saw AJ Styles, I already knew this guy is fucking cool. Like I already knew that he is amazing. Like just from the way he wrestled and I already knew he was a big deal from the first time I saw him. Like I've been a massive AJ Styles fan for over 10 years and he is definitely the GOAT of TNA. He is arguably the GOAT of in-ring performance. And he is one of the GOATs in pro wrestling history, honestly, in my opinion. He is definitely top, I would say top 15 of all time, maybe. And I'm not just talking about WWE, I'm like talking in pro wrestling. Like, if we're talking like pro wrestling, like period, like not just WWE but like every wrestling promotion, I think AJ Styles is definitely in the top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time, because he had such a amazing career. And yeah, it's a shame to see AJ Styles go. Like not even a month before AJ retired, we lost John Cena, who also retired. So damn, John Cena and AJ Styles both retired back to back months, and they retired against the same person, which is Gunther. And man, like AJ's last match against Gunther at the Royal Rumble was actually really great, and it showed that AJ is not washed up, and if he wanted to, he could still wrestle for another few years if he wanted to. But like I said, I get AJ's decision to retire. Like he had a wonderful speech on Raw. he left his gloves and his jacket in the ring, kind of like John Cena left his wristbands and shoes in the ring when he retired. And yeah, we just lost another legend in the wrestling business. You know, AJ Styles is gone, but not forgotten. You know, I will always remember, you know, the impact AJ Styles had on the business. You know, he had a massive impact on the business, super influential, and you can tell the locker room are gonna miss him because he has this vibe of this really amazing locker room leader, veteran guy that everybody respects. You know, nobody, like, come on, like nobody hates AJ Styles. Like, even like the casual fans who are like who hate indie wrestling, like even they respect AJ Styles. Because AJ Styles has a legacy that should be respected, and then everybody respects AJ Styles, even if they're not a fan of him, they respect him. Um, and yeah, AJ, I'm gonna miss AJ Styles, man. I'm really gonna miss him, and it's not gonna be the same without him, you know. And I really wish they would have spent the last year to like like I wish they would have booked AJ Styles better, and I wish he would have had a retirement tour just like John Cena had. Like, I wish AJ Styles would have won one would like it's a crime that AJ Styles didn't get to have one last world championship reign. Like, I don't get, like, AJ's last title reign was back in 2018 when he was champion for over a year, but then he lost it to Daniel Bryan, and then he never won it back ever again. Uh, so it sucked that AJ never got to win another world title. But hey, at least AJ can say that he's a Grand Slam champion and he won a world title basically everywhere he went. You know, TNA, New Japan, WWE, like he won a gold everywhere. Uh, so yeah, this was the video. It was it w- and there's a lot of AJ Styles matches that I really wish we could have gotten. Like the match with CM Punk. You know, we did get a match with CM Punk and AJ Styles before the Rumble on Raw, but it ended in DQ, and that sucks. But I really wish we could have gotten like AJ Styles versus CM Punk one last time, AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes one last time, Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles one last time. Braun Breaker, Javon Evans. I really wish AJ could have had one like this whole year to wrestle people one final time or for the first time. Like to get some matches under his belt. To get some legendary moments out and just have a fun final year with AJ. Um, so yeah, this was the video. I just wanted to come on here and talk about what I think about AJ Styles retiring. It's sad to see him go, but I get his decision. So thanks for watching, AJ Styles. Thank you. You had a phenomenal career. Um, Peace out and too sweet.